I, Tiberius, Claudius, Drusus, Nero, Germanicus, this, that, and the other, who was once, and not so long ago, better known to my friends and relatives as Claudius the Idiot, or that fool Claudius, or Claudius the Stammerer, am now about to write this strange history of my life.
Are you there?
Yes, you're there. I can feel it. I can feel your presence, yes. I knew you would come the moment I began to write. Yes, it was inevitable. It was prophesied by the Sibyl. Spies everywhere, spying on me. In my bed, at my prayers, on the street.
Even in the lavatory, spies.
I'll cheat them. Everyone. It was prophesied by the Sibyl. I went to Kumai many years ago to consult her. She was most famous. Her prophecies had achieved worldwide renown, and she did not consent to see everyone. Unexpectedly, she consented to see me. I was terrified. "Oh, Sibyl," I said, "I've come to question you about Rome's fate and mine." "Hear me, Claudius," she answered, mocking my stammer. "Apollo speaks to you through me. Listen closely."
What groans beneath the Punic curse, and strangles in the strings of purse, before she mends, must sicken worse. 10 years, 50 days, and 3, Claudius shall given be a gift that all desire but he. But when he's dumb and no more here, 1900 year or near, Claudius shall speak clear.
Yes, that's what it means. In 1900 years from now, they'll hear me.
Not before.
No.
A box. I need a box.
I'll put it all in here. My story, my history of the family, yes. And the end of the Republic, yes. And when I've finished, I'll seal it up and bury it where no one will find it.
No. No one.
Not for 1900 years or more. Then it will turn up. Suddenly, people will read it. They'll know the truth, my voice, as the Sibyl said, as she prophesied, for them. Not for these fools in Rome, but for them, out there in remote posterity.
Yes, for you. Yes, it will all be in here, sealed. You will find it, I promise you.
I, Claudius, am now about to begin this strange history of my life, of my family, of Livia, my grandmother, of Augustus Caesar, of Marcus Agrippa, yes, and his hatred for Marcellus.
splendid, really.
Yes, Caesar.
And see, they're properly fed. Don't give them the scraps and the leftovers.
They'll eat better even than the kitchen staff, Caesar.
Well, there's no need to go that far. Better than us will be quite sufficient. You know, Marcus, I like to eat sparingly. There's too much gluttony in Rome, especially at festivals. But this one day, I think, is very special. I'd like to make an exception, and I've got a surprise for you. Two, as a matter of fact. Fellas!
Yes, Caesar?
Bring in the cake.
But Caesar, it's for the end of the
I
meal.
can't wait. I want the family to see it. Do you know what else I've got? Aristarchus of Athens is in Rome. Oh, Marcus. They say that he is the greatest orator of our time. And I've asked him to prepare an oration to mark the 7th anniversary of the Battle of Actium.
Oh, no.
What's the matter? Is it too boring for you?
Well, we had one last year.
That was last year, and anyway, the speaker was very dull. This man, they say he's wonderful.
7 years today sank Antony and all his hopes in the harbour of Actium.
You see how the young mock the battle scars of their elders?
Battle scars.
A lot of good men died in that battle, and a lot of good men got scarred. I don't think it's right to make light of it.
Oh, he's just being provocative.
Not really. I just think we exaggerate its significance, that's all.
No, Marcellus. Now, let's not argue. Marco?
No, just a minute. Let's hear what the young genius has to say. Well?
Look! Here is the cake.
Do we get one each?
Julia, for heaven's sake! There, Marcus, do you recognize it?
Yes. It's my ship.
Yes, it's the one that you made your headquarters.
She was a fine ship.
Ah, that must be you, Marcus. The candid cherry in the prow.
Now, Marcellus, please. Now, these things mean something to us.
Oh, don't you think we're taking ourselves a little seriously tonight?
Not seriously enough, it seems to me.
Livia, isn't that a wonderful cake?
Wonderful.
What do you mean, wonderful? Don't you like it?
Why did you bring in the Greek? If you keep him waiting much longer, he'll need a shave.
As a matter of fact, he's bearded. Now, let's bring in the Greek.
Leave the cake.
Take the cake. You know, Marcus, they say that he writes a sort of prose hymn. What can that mean? It's a form that I've never heard of. One of these new Greek inventions. They're always inventing something. Why are they so clever?
If they're so clever, why are they a province of ours instead of vice versa?
Ah, Aristarchus, welcome.
Hail, Caesar.
I hope we haven't kept you waiting too long. Come. We're ready now. Give us your piece.
Give me your piece, Caesar, and I shall gladly give you mine.
Yes, of course, I'm sorry. Fellas.
Caesar calls for silence!
What a voice. Perhaps we should change places? Only the Romans can afford ushers with a voice like that. Did you have it trained?
I was an actor, sir.
Oh, that explains it. Resting, are you?
No, sir, I've given it up. Everyone's an actor in Rome. There just isn't enough work to go round.
And what there is goes to friends and relatives. It's the same everywhere.
The theatre isn't what it was.
No. And I'll tell you something else. It never was what it was.
We'd be glad, Thalas, if you discuss your personal problems in your own time.
Today is a day to drink and dance. Let us rival the priests of Mars with feats to deck the couches of the gods. 7 summers passed. The wild Queen Cleopatra, dreaming her dreams of ruin on your lovely empire, sailed her hopes into the harbor of Actium, and there, with noble Anthony, spat curses on the ships of Caesar and cried, "Sink Rome and all her minions." Egypt's not for conquests. But words do not kill, and curses sink no ships. Before the wind had changed, or she could